Hello everybody, how are we today? Welcome to the 3 simple steps to leading a long, happy and healthy life. And a little bit of a disclaimer there, we can't be happy all the time. We've got to have our sadness and the other emotions to actually feel the happiness. But the ultimate goal is getting people onto a path of a long and happy and healthy life. So during my, 35 years in the industry, I've helped thousands upon thousands of people get on a path to health, get them off that illness path, that disease path, and onto a much healthier, happier path. Now, what I have consistently found, and this is probably in my latter years, probably over the last 15 odd years, there's been one consistent thing that people miss all the time, and that is that they're not bringing in the idea of body composition. Okay, so what is good body composition? And there's a lot of, when I start talking to people about body composition, they all come up and say different things. Some people call it the tests, it's the bioimpedance test, or it's BMI, or it's the height to waist or waist to height ratios. So there's lots of different things that people think of when it comes to body composition. However, when I think of body composition, this is how I frame body composition. If you're young, right? If you're young, you've got great skin, you've got good energy, your hormones are in balance, you've got a sense of wellness, and of course you don't have the excess body fat. Now, if we're older, we don't have those aches and pains, so we're more pain-free. We're playing with the kids on the beach. Hey, we're playing with the dogs on the beach. We're running after the dog with the ball. We're lifting our grandkids easily. We're lifting the pot plants. When the jars are too tight, we're undoing them. How many people do you know that can't do that? And of course, we've got good immunity and we've got good body fat. We've got good body composition, but we've got less body fat. We always need a little bit of body fat, but we've got less body fat. Okay, we're at our ideal body weight. So this is where I want you, and every single one of us has that ability to get their bodies functioning in a manner that allows them to be flexible, that allows them to be active, to have that mental clarity, as well as that good body composition. So that's my definition of body composition, to helping people have a long, healthy, and certainly happy life. So if you've got joint issues, if you've got, those niggly muscular discomfort, the pains, and maybe it's your neck, maybe it's your shoulders, maybe it's your hips or your knees, or if you've just got low energy, maybe that's affecting your self-esteem, or you've got excess body fat, then more likely than not, you've got poor body composition. Now, like I said, the great news is anybody can change it. And I'm just going to quickly show you, because this popped up the other day. Oh, my round light's in the way. So this is Ricardo. So he is taking the products that are on there, and he was changing his diet a little bit, not too much, but he couldn't squat. He couldn't squat in that squatting position. So really that picture says it all. So he went on, he made a decision, he changed a bit with his diet, not a lot at all. Yes, he took collagen products, and this is now how he is. He's able to squat and he's pain-free. Anyway, he just popped up, and that was just 6 weeks. 6 weeks. So the body is quite amazing in how it can recover really quickly. And I'm just going to share a little bit about my story. So a few of you would know my background and certainly my story in 2018. So when I was 50, I fell pregnant. It was an incredible time. Unfortunately, I had a miscarriage. I then went and had a D&C, which is where they just tidy up everything after a woman's had a miscarriage. And I remember being in Sydney, in Manly, with Ian and my stepson, And I had that dreaded call. Could you please come back to Adelaide? It was the Flinders Cancer Clinic saying that there's a problem and we need to call you in for urgent testing. Fast forward a little bit, that little bit of debris that was left in me, healthy woman, that little bit of debris that was left in me with my high circulating hormones, high HCG levels, caused that debris to turn into a tumour. Fast forward that, it just spread very, very quickly. It grew very, very quickly, and I developed invasive trophoblastic disease, which is it's very serious, and it can cause a very fast growing tumour. As I do, I went down the path that I thought was best for me, and fast forward that 6 months, and it was fine. I got myself through it, you know, with the love and support of an amazing team around me, and you know, we got through it. The one thing I didn't do was I took my eye off my collagen levels and my protein levels in my body, and as a consequence, I lost lean muscle mass, and that has been the biggest issue. It wasn't the cancer, it wasn't the disease, it wasn't the tumour, okay? It wasn't the steps I took, the radical steps I took to heal my body. It was the actual loss of muscle mass. So as you can see, I'm very passionate about anybody not taking their eye off their muscle mass. It is so important. So I'm going to share with you the 3 key elements, right? And we're going to do this over a couple of weeks because there's a lot of content, but I'm only got a short time today. So I'm going to share with you 3 significant things that you can do to live a long, happy and healthy life. But just before I get into everything, I'm just going to ask, let me know where you're coming in from. I always like to know where in the world you're coming in from. It helps us with our stats, and it helps us add more value to people, and it certainly helps me as a program formulator to develop more programs around the world. So please let me know where you're coming in from. But would you agree, okay, would you agree there are people out there that just look and feel, you can tell they look and they feel old? And then conversely, would you agree there's people actually out there that look 10 years, 20 years younger than they are? Oh, Sunshine Coast, I can't wait to get up there. So there are people out there that are absolutely not happy, they're not healthy, they're inactive, and they unfortunately accept this as how it is. Maybe they actually think that, well, this is a part of the aging process. This is how it's meant to be. Well, you know, there's a lot of people out there that resign to the fact that we're meant to have muscular aches and pains. And I say this to my beautiful Ian all the time. Whenever you get pain, it's like the light on the dashboard. It's showing you that there is an issue. Okay, so don't ignore it. Don't ignore that little bit of pain that comes up, those pesky headaches that you might get, the migraines, the hormonal issues, all of those signs and symptoms that the body isn't functioning to its fullest. But so many people resign to the fact that they're just getting older, right? And we, in a society, we've you know, everything backs that up. Oh, you're just getting old. Oh, I'm just going to go on this medication. Oh, you know, it's just, oh, mum and dad will like that. Oh, it's genetics. Oh, I'm just getting older. We hear that all the time. I certainly hear that with the aging people that we're around. But then you get the people that know that they can do something about it. They make a decision to change. And that is what we're all about in LTLA. So I'm here to tell you, don't just be that one to accept it. Make a decision and make a decision to change. And you know what? Just take the baby steps. And that's what we do in LTLA. It's really subtle. Most people don't realize what goes into our programs, what goes into our mentoring, what comes into this group. It's really subtle, but we take you through baby steps to get you well, okay?
So you can change it, and we will definitely be able to show you how to do it. So I do have limited time today, and I'm not going to be able to go over the three key elements, and I'm going to go over that in the next 3 odd weeks. But I'm going to show you how you can start to change your body composition really quickly, safely, but most importantly in a very, very healthy way. So what I want to focus on today is what I consider the most important element to good body composition. And we don't really talk about it a lot. I just shared it with you with my story though, back in 2018. So I just want to tell you some interesting things, and a lot of people don't realize this, and you might have to come back and just listen to it again because you have to think about it. But humans are 99.5% the same. Okay, we're 99.5% the same. The other 0.5% is our DNA. That's our lifestyle choices. That's our circumstances. Now, the remaining percentage there is your height, your color of your eyes, the color of your skin. Now, the main difference there is body composition, like body fat, bone density, and muscle mass. All right, and these are the things that have the full direct impact on our life. So it's really interesting when we think, oh gosh, you know, we're 99.5 the same. What is it? What is those other factors that really make, you know, you and I so different? That person that's aging so quickly, whereas I can be down the beach playing with my dog, you know, and the ball and lifting pot plants and just, you know, doing the things that I love, enjoying life. So, you know, what is the difference? So too many people put an emphasis when we start to talk about body composition on weight. All right, so you've got to get the body fat off. I'm not saying you don't get the body fat off. And we've got the 30 to 60 day program. We've got our LTLA weight loss program. It is safe, effective, affordable, and it is fast. Okay. So I just had somebody message me this morning. I won't say her name just in case she doesn't want me to shout out to her. But she said 30 days in, 10.2 kilograms gone. Okay, I think she's just gone past that 30 days. 10.2 kilograms. It's significant, really significant. So we've got that side covered. We take you through a process with the body fat. We get that off. That's really, really easy. But then what we've got to do very, very close to that is we've got to focus on body composition. So yes, the numbers on the scale matter, okay? And we get the body fat off, but it's the overall body composition that's going to give you that long, happy, healthy life, all right? So there's 2 major components to the this body mass, body composition. There's 2 major components to body composition. So there's fat mass and there's lean mass. And in that lean mass is your muscle, your bones, your organs, and water, right? Now, our weight loss program, once you get rid of the weight, that takes care of the organs. That kickstarts your organs to work better. That gets rid of the body fat. We start to flush out the body. That's why we get you drinking the filtered water that we do, or the spring water that we do. So once we get the fat mass off, we focus on the lean mass, and then we rule out the few things that are in the lean mass that we've already started with the weight loss program, the correcting nutritional deficiencies, getting the fat loss off, and then we focus on the lean muscle mass. And this is where the collagen loading comes into it. So why do we need to take collagen? Right? A lot of people ask, why? What is it? So let's just go back though and talk about lean muscle mass. Lean muscle mass is a biomarker of aging, which means, simply put, the more muscle you have, the longer you will live. Okay, and that's part of the secret to leading that long, healthy, you know, happy life. So the more muscle mass you have, lean muscle mass, well, lean, it's all muscle. But the more muscle mass you have, lean muscle mass, the longer you will live. Now, with collagen deficiency, you usually see those symptoms first. So we'll come back to lean muscle mass in a moment, because collagen is responsible for lean muscle mass. You need a good amount of collagen to build lean muscle. All right. So let's think about the deficiencies, because I want to bring this back to you. What are you seeing that's causing, what are you seeing in your body that I can share with you that shows you're becoming collagen deficient? Because so many people are collagen deficient. It's estimated, I read different studies, 95, let's go the lower end, 95 of the population, 95% of the population are deficient in collagen. That's quite scary. So collagen, you'll see it because your skin will be a bit more grey. Your skin will start sagging. You know, when a baby is young, they have plump skin. That's because they've got really good collagen stores. That's because their hyaluronic acid, which is it's a cofactor of collagen, is making them plump. Yeah, you'll feel more muscular aches and pains. Your hair will be really, really limp, not just thin, but really limp and will lack the luster. You'll see that the skin doesn't have the elasticity, not just in your face. You know, it'll be in your arms, it'll be in your tummy. It'll all start, you know, it all starts heading south. That's the bit of the funny thing that they talk about. So you'll be wrinklier. Everywhere will be drier as well. So I could just go on and on and on about the symptoms of collagen deficiency, but they're the main things. You know, the neck and your back getting sore. You might pick something up and you know, the muscle goes, you twang a muscle. So there's just not enough collagen in the body. Now remember, the word collagen comes from a Greek word meaning glue. So if you think of your skeleton and your muscles and your organs, it needs collagen to glue it all together. It brings it all tighter. Yeah, you start to stand stronger. You start to feel stronger. The skeletal system, all of the collagen goes into, it's called the extra matrix. So it acts as like a fabric. And it just strengthens everything. It just holds it all together. And it's literally, it's like a glue. So it's a very abundant protein that is found in the body. However, there's some things that absolutely kill it. And we're going to talk about that next week, because I don't want you taking collagen and I don't want you to just killing it again. So a lot of people don't know also there's more collagen in our bones than there is calcium. Now, you do need calcium, all right, but you also need collagen and you need vitamin D. So write that one down. If you're breaking bones more, if you're maybe even younger and you're breaking bones, or if you're finding that, you know, some of the tests are coming up showing that you've got brittle bones or you're on that path, then we need to make sure that you're on collagen, vitamin D plus, D3 plus, vitamin D, as well as calcium. Okay, and there's other cofactors there, but they're the main things that work that bone matrix. All right, so make sure that you don't neglect collagen when it comes to bone health. So as we age, this is a really interesting fact. As we age, we get less collagen. So we become more and more depleted in collagen. So I always thought that the studies said it was 25. Well, guess what? There are now studies coming out that show that when you hit 20, every year thereafter, you lose 1% of collagen in the body. Now you think about that. By the time you're 50 years old, and that's young, guys, you young ones that are watching, 50 is really young. So by the time you hit 50, okay, you are 30% less in your collagen stores. By the time you hit 70, you are 50%. Now that's really scary as we get older to not have that collagen, and remembering that collagen acts like glue. It holds everything together. It's what gives you the strength. It's what keeps your muscles healthy as well. And remembering also that the lack of muscle determines your lifespan, okay? And what is the number one thing that kills people? It's not usually the disease. That's what goes on the death certificates. But more often than not, it's sarcopenia. And sarcopenia is muscle wasting. So it's the actual muscle wasting that causes the end result, the death. So collagen loss is the number one notable sign of aging. And once it starts to break down, you see it really, really quickly. You see the little fine lines and wrinkles coming. So, you know, if you're in your 20s and you're seeing those fine lines and wrinkles, you don't need Botox or Dysport, right? You need collagen. That's all you need. That's all you're deficient in. And every year you just want to be making sure you're topping it up by 1%, so that you do, when you get to your 30s and your 40s and your 50s, you've got a really good store of collagen in the body. So it is so important. I cannot stress it enough. And probably realistically, from where I was, and I was trying to look for some images earlier today, from where I was, I needed a good solid 4 months of really working my body. Like that was back in 2018. Now, you know, I've been on the challenge with everybody. I've been collagen loading. I've just once a week for 45 minutes. That's all I'm doing. Once a week for 45 minutes, I'm lifting heavier weights. That's all I'm doing once a week. Okay, and it is absolutely noticeable. So even though I've back in the past, in 2018, I got my collagen stores up, I now continue to do it every day. It's about every 2 months I'm collagen loading now. All right, that's because I have adequate amount of collagen circulating in the body. So if you're getting sagging skin, if you're getting, you know, more wrinkles, if you're feeling saggy bits and wrinkles, that's it. If you're feeling that joint discomfort, you know, in the tendons or the ligaments, if you're getting repetitive RSI, if you're working on laptops, or your back's hurting because you're sitting in the office, or your knees hurting when you're playing with the kids, really be careful, because that is a dropping collagen in the body, and we do need to really, really watch that. So just to kind of recap there, because we've hit the time. Doesn't our time together go so quick? So body composition is key to leading a long and healthy and happy life, okay? And I add in there happy because do you know those older people that they're just complaining all the time, and they're complaining because they don't feel well, they ache, and you know, they're in and out of the doctor's clinic, and you know, you ask them how they are and they're not good. They've got aches and pains everywhere. They've got arthritis or the osteos, you know, or they've got neck tension. So you know, it's so important that we get the collagen levels up, because really that can lead to happiness. You know, you take away the health symptoms and you create a much happier person. Okay, their self-esteem goes up and they might feel much happier within themselves. We know, just to recap, we know that getting the body fat off first is so important, but following up so close to that is collagen loading. Now, you may choose to do that on phase 3 if you're on the weight loss program. If you're on the gut repair program, some people do it all at once, and it's hardly contraindicated with any medication. So you can do collagen loading at any time. So I'll also discuss the other factors next week when we start to talk about diet and what really kills our collagen stores in our body, and there's quite a few things. So we've also mentioned about lean muscle mass. You build lean muscle mass, that's what's going to give you the longevity. But you've got to give the muscle the factors that it needs to build. It's no good just going to the gym and lifting heavy weights. It doesn't work that way. If the rest of the time throughout the week you're doing things that are catabolic, meaning they're breaking down the cells, breaking down the muscle, you're just wasting your time. It's too painful. You want to get bang for your buck, okay? And that's why we recommend the collagen. So, and we also understand why collagen is absolutely vital for anybody over the age of 20. Gosh, over the age of 20. So I'm just going to show you just a few more things, because this is lovely. Now they are videos. I hope you can see it all right. Oh, hold on. My screen's back to front. I'm going to go this way, and my round light's in the way. There we go. So,
There we go. So turkey neck, I've never called it turkey neck, but because everybody's neck is beautiful. But you know when you start to get the sagging signs of collagen. So this is actually one of our beautiful mentors. So she's actually found that the skin around the neck is so much smoother. This is her again. She's gorgeous, and she's talking about the skin. Oh, let's go this way. Talking about the skin on her arms. So she had eczema, and she used to take the steroids. You'll see it pop up when it goes through. But we do need to get a before picture of that, because it shows very clearly how smooth her skin is on the arms, and that's probably one of the quickest things that people do see. It's the result in the skin, and then followed second to that is the gliding of the joints. And I love this. And then there's the muscle mass. This is gorgeous, the muscle mass. Get out the guns. I'm just going to show you very quickly some other people that made a decision to change. Okay, made a simple decision, but have a look at the skin. So these are from our global case studies that are coming through. Absolutely amazing results. She lost weight. She changed her. That's her story there. You're not going to be able to read that, but it shows that she lost. She still continues to. This is Hayley. She actually went on She went on to the skin products as well as shape, and she had weighed lower on the scales previously, so she weighed slightly more now. Okay, but the body composition was by far much better because she started to build lean muscle mass and she shaped her body. Here's some great ones. I hope you can see these. If I go that side, maybe that. Oh no, maybe that helps. I'll work my ring light out next time. But have a look at this. These are success stories all around the globe. Look at that. How brilliant are these? These are people that made a decision. They made a decision to change. They had the self-doubts like all of us, you know, those doubts of, oh, this isn't going to work for me. I'm different. Genetically, I'm different. Mum and dad were the same. I've already told you, 99.5% were all genetically the same. The thing really that isn't, a lot of the time that isn't the same is the way we think. Minimal cost for maximum gain. Look at this one. Now, this woman's called Alicia as well. She did not change her diet, but look at the noticeable change. The noticeable change there. That's quite amazing. Okay. And here's this woman who has allowed us to say is a recovering alcoholic. And look, so you can see what the alcohol does to the belly fat. You can see what it does to the body composition. You know, if you ever think that this is too difficult, think again. If somebody, you know, who's got a full-blown addiction can do it, anybody can do it. Oh, look, I've just got to show you one last one. Okay, look at this one. Now, look up here. This is the skin. And this is why I say with young people, please, you know, please, if you've got hormonal acne, the gut lining needs collagen to repair. If you've got skin issues when you're younger, please don't suffer. And hey, you know, reaching out to those of you that are watching, if you know people, especially our young people that do have skin problems, put them in the group, tag them in this, let them know about this information. It's going to bring so much relief and joy into their world. Oh, and there she is. That's gorgeous. And that's by taking the liquid BioCell skin. So she collagen loaded with skin. Okay, that's enough of case studies. So this is the reason why we developed the collagen loading program. 3 products, you get an amazing guide, all the information that's in there. You also get a meal plan. Well, it's not a meal plan because there's so much flexibility with it. There's all of the allowable foods that are collagen-rich foods. We also go into the collagen-destroying foods, which is so important as well. But I'm going to talk more about that next week. So does anybody have any questions? I'm going to leave it there, and I'm just going to open it up just to see if there's any questions coming through. I'll just make sure I can see them on my phone. Is there any questions at all? What things are catabolic? Yeah, sugar. Sugar is a major catabolic substance to the body. Alcohol, drugs, a lot of medications break down muscle. So they're the types of things that we really do have to watch. Excess stress is catabolic. Okay, but the primary things that will have a direct impact on the muscle mass is definitely sugar, diet drinks, artificial sweeteners, those types of substances. So what I can do, I can check the comments throughout the day. But look, I hope you got a little bit of value out of this. Please reach out if you need any more help. And thank you all for attending. And until we meet again, be healthy and of course be happy, but most importantly, be your own best friend. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.